Hi everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Zilliqa podcast. Today I have Vladimir with me. Vladimir is an entrepreneur with 7+ years of experience in software engineering, startups, and management. He first found about crypto in 2014 and started with mining related software project in 2017. Since 2017, he has been working in crypto mining and found ZIL in early 2019. He first mined ZIL with his own equipment and then started Ezil.me mining pool. So today we are going to talk more about Ezil.me with him. And first of all, thanks Vladimir for coming on our podcast. We talked about your journey into crypto and mining a bit, but can you share some more details of how this journey actually started?
Thank you, Arnav. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really glad to have this podcast with Zilliqa team. So I met crypto 6 years ago. It was one of the fir- one of the firstest Bitcoin pumps, uh, and I put some money into Bitcoin. Then it went down. I lost some money, so then I went out. Yeah. So, but in 3 years after that, crypto got a bit more matured. So there were a lot of new projects with ICOs, new investment opportunities, and so on. So my friend invited me to make a project in mining software. The idea was to create a mining pool plus mining operational system and mining monitoring system. Um, and the main idea was to have a profit switching algorithm when you pick the most profitable coin, mine it, and then when its profitability going down, you're switching back to another coin, which is now is more profitable than others. So this idea was great in 2017, but just 1 year after that, there is just Ethereum. It was the most profitable coin most of time, so there were no sort of arbitrage opportunities in mining. So the project didn't went well. It's still alive, but I'm not a part of it anymore. Um, However, we checked that idea, and I got some experience in mining software, mining pools, and hardware, and so on. So after that, I was invited to manage a big mining firm here in Russia, and my job was to find mining opportunities and some new algorithms, new coins, to do some sort of analytic job and software development job. And just 2 days after that, I found ZIL. It was mentioned in some of the chats of mining pools here in Telegram. Um, I made some research. I found it has sharding. I had some experience with Ethereum. I went to many conferences of Ethereum, so I know sharding is very hard task to solve. So I just got excited that Zilliqa solved it, and I spent like 3 days on researching on studying ZIL, and I found okay, it's a really great blockchain with major team. So firstly, I put our forum to Zilliqa mining, and just in 1 month we have bootstrapped EasyMe with Stratum protocol, because you might don't remember that, but when Zilliqa blockchain was started, there were no Stratum protocol for mining. So we have developed Stratum implementation for ZIL on our own and made it available for public use. So we got some miners like instantly. And after that, we acquired, like it was 1 year ago, and right now we acquired about 1,000 of miners who mine ZIL. And right now we're the biggest mining pool in terms of hash rate and miners count.
Interesting. That's an interesting journey. Just to give the audience an overview of how mining pools work and specifically how Ezil.me works, can you explain how the architecture is and how the rewards actually get distributed amongst the mining pool members?
Yeah, Zilliqa is quite interesting coin in terms of mining because most of coins mines all the time throughout the day. So it's 24 hours non-stop mining each day. Zilliqa has different mining algorithms. It has about 16 or 17 mining rounds each day, that each of it takes 1 or 2 minutes. And that's all the time that miners mine Zilliqa. So it's like 2 minutes, 16 times a day. It's like half an hour a day. It's much more ecological way of mining, and it's quite new approach to mining in general. So other coins like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, for example, they don't have this algorithm of mining, and they mine the coins non-stop, so it's not so ecological. Zilliqa usually mines in sort of dual mining. So miner most of time mines main coin. Usually it's Ethereum or Ethereum Classic because other coins are not compatible with ZIL right now. And when ZIL round coming, the software switches miners to ZIL, and miners solve the mining puzzles, getting the solution, and getting back to the main coin, to Ethereum. In classic blockchains like Ethereum, it's really easy to rewards, to distribute the rewards between miners, because you have just a block. It gives you a block reward. For example, right now it's 2 Ethereum, and you just need to fairly distribute between miners the reward. However, in Zilliqa, it's a bit more complicated because Zilliqa has 4 steps or 3 steps in terms of mining and reward. Firstly, there is beginning with election round when nodes are elected to next 100 blocks to sign them, and this election is done via mining. So you have to mine, you have to find a solution for mining puzzle, and if you find it, you get into the round for the next 100 blocks. And after that 100 blocks, you get rewarded based on how many blocks you signed, how was your uptime of your nodes, and how many users spend on gas on fee. So it's all combined, and your node gets the reward. And in ZIL, it's a bit more complicated because there is 100 blocks lag between mining and reward, and in general, it's quite hard to forecast your revenue for the next round. So right now, most of mining pools works like that. During the Zilliqa round, mining round, miners solve the puzzles, and after 100 blocks, the mining pool takes all the revenue, all the reward got from the Zilliqa blockchain and use those solutions for miners that was that were produced 100 blocks ago. Mining pools calculate fair distribution in terms of how much you work than how much you receive. Sort of proportional system, proportional reward system. So it reward proportionally miners based on their work. Plus, pool receive some sort of performance fee for running the node because running each node costs some money.
Like there's rewards for PBFT, right, and POW. Yeah, so we have the DS blocks that get mined after certain epoch, but we have the micro blocks as well that come in a shard. How does one participate in the Ezil mining pool? Do they deposit money, or how does the mining pool? Yeah, how does that work?
It's like other mining pools. There is no difference with ZIL. You just need your mining equipment. Usually it's GPU or number of GPUs. Big mining farms have thousands of GPUs, for example. You just need to start your miner. Usually it's miner that mines Ethereum, like Phoenix miner, Red Team miner, and B miner, other miners, a lot of them right now. You connect to the pool like any other pools, and you start getting Ethereum and Zilliqa. That's it.
Okay, gotcha. So just to get some idea on some ballpark figures, like how profitable has been like running, how profitable is running mining pool specifically for Zilliqa?
Yeah, it's a good question because it really depends on Zilliqa exchange rate. Our costs are in US dollars because we need to pay for servers, for hosting. So when Zilliqa was on low in terms of exchange rate, it was like about zero profit from mining pool. Right now it's a bit bigger, but it's really like 1 to 3% from the revenue that blockchain produced miners.
Gotcha. Where are the nodes distributed? Like, if you like to share, like, or is it that private information?
I think it's not a secret for anyone who mines, who has Zilliqa nodes, that most of nodes hosted in Amazon. So it's right now it's quite hard to host a mining node anywhere out of Amazon because the latency with other nodes, especially DS nodes, it's very critical for your mining profits. So like anyone use AWS right now.
Okay, gotcha. Also, what's the effective hash rate capacity for your mining pool? I think, and we also like ASIC resistance on ZIL. That's also, I think, an interesting topic that we can go into. So, can you talk about these?
Let's start with ASIC resistance because it's quite interesting right now. Zilliqa is not like 100% ASIC resistant, but right now not many ASIC mine ZIL because there is a thing called DG file in mining. It's a very big file with a lot of data, and it's used to get some data to solve the puzzle for mining. So it's loading into your memory of your mining rig. And ASIC, it takes so much time. So on ASIC, it takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. And the issue is when you switch between Ethereum and ZIL, you need to unload. For example, if you switch from Ethereum to Zilliqa, you have to unload DG file from Ethereum DG file from the memory, and load Zilliqa file, DG file, and then unload Zilliqa DG file and load Ethereum back. And on ASIC, it takes so much time, so it's just doesn't make sense to mine Zilliqa right now. In dual mining, you still can mine Zilliqa so without any other coin, but it's not so profitable right now too. So right now Zilliqa is not ASIC friendly at least. I don't think it's an issue because GPU miners are more distributed throughout the world. Right now, most of ASIC hash rate located in China. And for Bitcoin, it's about 70% of hash rate located in China. So right now, Zilliqa is much more distributed in terms of geographical distribution than Bitcoin. And I think it's good. Plus, ASIC miners are more professional thing. So, and GPU miners, it's for most of miners, GPU mining is like a hobby. They like it. They research coins. They get now news of coins they mine. So it's more like community. ASIC miners, they're just it's business for them. So they just push their miners whenever it's more profitable, getting more profits, and then send most of profits for their investors and so on. Regarding the hash rate capacity, there is one interesting thing in mining that there is a baseline profit that some main coin gives you. For example, Ethereum gives for example, $1 per GPU per day. Zilliqa in comparison more profitable right now than Ethereum, so it makes sense to mine Zilliqa instead of Ethereum, and it's still like more profitable, like 2 times or 3 times more than Ethereum right now. So right now Zilliqa has about 15 terahashes per second of hash rate, and it's still there is a room for another 30 terahashes into the network. So I think you might know that Ethereum Classic was attacked by some hackers. They did double spend attack. The issue was that Ethereum Classic has had very low hash rate in comparison to Ethereum, to other blockchains. So it was easy to buy some hash rate on NiceHash, put it on Ethereum, and just perform a double spending attack. It was super easy and didn't cost a lot for a miner. With Zilliqa, it's much harder to do that because right now the hash rate of Zilliqa is 5 times more than Ethereum Classic hash rate, and there is still a room for 2 times more hash rate in the network. So I think it's very good for the whole Zilliqa blockchain ecosystem because Zilliqa is much more secure than others, and for us miners, because right now we still has a bit more profit than others, and we have plenty of room for evolution or evolving.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the Ethereum Classic example is really interesting. I think they have been 51% attacked multiple times now, and the exchanges have set up like very ridiculous amount of limits for block confirmation limits for withdrawing of Ethereum Classic because it has been 51% attacked so many times.
Yes, the user experience of using Ethereum Classic is awful right now because you need to wait like 2 days to get the deposit to the exchange, for example.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing those insights. Now I want to come to the trending topic, the topic that everyone is talking about in the Zilliqa community, which is the new proposed tokenomic changes to the Zilliqa protocol that essentially have more staking rewards, and the mining rewards decrease slightly from their like current position. But I think you also discussed this within the Ezil community in Russia and in general as well. So yeah, can you share what do you think about the recent changes for seed node staking rewards? Yeah, and what has the response from the community been so far?
As I remember, the staking rewards changes are firstly, you decided to increase the staking capacity to like very big number, and spend some of blockchain revenue into staking, not into mining. Um, so during the current proposal, the mining revenue will fall by uh, 12%. It's not much actually, because uh, ZIL exchange rates fluctuates like 10 to 20% during each week. It's actually not an issue, I think, for miners. Um, but the thing that miners will be able to firstly mine ZIL, then stake it, it's quite interesting because it might give more profits than now to miners too. So I think it's not an issue for miners, in my opinion. But when for to get some community like opinions, we decided to make a poll. To ask people what do they think about the mining profitability of ZIL, how these changes will affect the profitability of mining ZIL. So, like most of miners think that it will affect it positively. So, because price should rise because some of ZIL will be staked, it will be less circulated ZIL. So it's quite interesting. Uh, Plus, I personally think that there is going to be some sort of combination between mining and staking, lending, borrowing, and so on, with current world of DeFi that's very rapidly evolving right now. Because miners already can stake ZIL, for example. They let's say got from mining, but currently the current API rates are not too very interesting for miners. But in future, with the changes, it's going to be quite interesting, because like uh, there is a lot of miners who mine ZIL. They ZIL goes to the wallets, then they will stake it, and there will be much less price pressure on the exchanges, because much less miners, I think, much less miners gonna sell their ZIL, and they instead gonna stake it. So it's quite good for the whole Zilliqa ecosystem too, I think.
Okay, gotcha. Also, I don't know if you're aware, we have Zilswap coming, which is an AMM. It's something like Uniswap, and you can sort of do liquidity mining there as well. So you'll be able to provide liquidity there and earn rewards similar to what's happening in Ethereum.
Quite interesting. Yeah, we definitely need to give these opportunities in DeFi for miners. So we might integrate sort of a block of a widget of DeFi opportunities in our mining pool to motivate miners to use their protocol to participate in AMM and staking. So it's quite interesting for us to like mine pool.
I do look forward for that. I think yeah, we can work on having some staking, and inside Ezil you can have some widget for staking, and easy linking for doing liquidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I also had this question from the community, which is like, if you can share some interesting facts that you have seen so far for mining Zil, in terms of, say, the number of participants, or your overall journey so far in the Zilliqa ecosystem. Some interesting facts or some metrics that you have seen so far.
Yeah, sure. So look, like 3 months ago, Zilliqa hash rate was 3 times lower. Public hash rate, I mean, uh, was 3 times lower than now. So during the last 3 months, Zilliqa acquired 3 times more miners than the whole time before. Um, I'm not sure of the reasons, but there is a fact that we had 3 months ago we had 300 miners. Right now we had 1,000 and about 100. Um, Other mining pools um, uh, grow in terms of hash rate in miners too. We all of us, I think, trade each others in terms of uh, metrics. So Zilliqa miners community is very fastly evolving right now, especially in Russia, because look, Russian miners, there are many of them here. Most of them are hobby miners, and so they have, for example, one mining rig or two mining rigs or even one GPU, but there are many of them, and like we have already started a marketing campaign here in Russia for to attract ZIL miners to our mining pool, and like many of miners love ZIL here in Russia because firstly it gives more profits than other coins, and that around basic mining they love it too because it's quite new for them.
Also, what has been your like overall experience so far, um, mining ZIL, and the community response that you've seen from the ZIL community, from the main community members? How has that been, like the community support when you were getting started, and even now? How has that been like?
Um, when it all started, it was a very hot topic, Zilliqa mining. It was very hot. Uh, like hundreds of new miners got into the Zilliqa miners chat in Telegram. All of them asked, "What is it?" They all had wanted to research it, find a new mining opportunity, and most of them helped each other, and Zilliqa team helped them all in fairly way. So it was very fun time when all of guys tried to set up their own nodes, set up public proxies, and so on. Uh, uh, and it was like very low mining difficulties. So if you ever even had like 3 to 4 GPUs, you were able to get into Zilliqa around to be a DS node, a shard node, to sign the blocks, and it was like quite fun for all of them, and especially me too. Uh, After 2 or 3 months, the mining difficulty went up, so more miners decided to mine in mining pools instead of solo mining, and some of miners connected to us, some of other miners connected to other mining pools. It was a quite fair distribution between mining pools, I think. And so right now, most of mining community moved into mining pools chats, I think. So there is no there is no whole mining community. There is a easy mining community, there is a Rust pool mining community, there is a Shark pool mining community. So it's a bit distributed right now, but it's still very helpful. It's not toxic at all. Uh, our moderator is strictly prohibits any toxic behavior in the chats, so it's quite supportive. It's quite like um, like good good community.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So, why? And also, just one more question: that why is it more profitable to join a mining pool than do solo mining?
Um, it really depends on how many hashrate you have. Um, if you're a regular miner without uh, thousands of GPUs, it's better to use mining pool right now. There are three of them, so you can choose anything that you like. Uh, but if you have, for example, 20,000 GPUs, 50,000 GPUs, it's much more interesting for solo mining because uh, you don't pay for mining pool fee and you'll get some 1 to 3% for profit, I think.
Interesting.
But yeah, but remember there is some capital expenses like you need to build a private mining pool, solo mining pool.
Yeah.
You need to set up all the nodes. You need to set up monitoring, hire a team of operators to operate them because like we have 100 nodes on Amazon, and it's really a hard job to maintain them, to monitor them, to fix them when they, for example, some issues and so on.
Just to wrap this off, what's the future roadmap and interesting things that are coming with Ezil, and how can actually people get involved with Ezil?
Um, yes, we have a roadmap. um, right now, we're working on three, uh, three, three projects. The first project, we're reworking our interface. We want to make it much more user-friendly, especially for newcomers, um, because not many miners still knows about ZIL, and like, look, there are about 200,000 of miners in the world, and just like I think 2,000 know ZIL. So there's 99% of miners who still do not know ZIL. So our first project is to make much more easy to get into the Zilliqa mining for newcomers. Um, and it's really based on the user experience reworks, on the mining pool interface reworks. Um, like we want to change most of things on our website right now. Uh, the second part is we're looking into how to dual mine ZIL with other coins, especially not ETH algorithm based. Like there is very popular coin Raven, for example. It has another algorithm, and we're looking how to run a miner software that will mine Raven coin, for example, and then switch to Zilliqa without any like mentionable hardware inefficiencies because GPUs for mining they're very has a very risky overclocking systems. So it's not good to touch them all the time. We're still looking to have a research on it. I can't say anything more right now. And the third project is we're trying to get into the China because China is the biggest mining market right now, even for GPU mining or ASIC altcoins mining. So we're looking for ways to get into it because, like it's quite hard for Russia to get into China, especially right now during the COVID. Uh, and there is a firewall, country-based firewall in China, and we still don't know how to put the servers there in China. Is it like legal to mine there now? So we're still researching that. And by the way, if you know anyone who know how to get into China, please give him or her my contact.
Sure. Um, I think I'll keep that in mind. And how can people actually find more about Ezil and how they can get involved?
Usually, in our experience, we just ask our local YouTubers to make a review on ZIL mining, for example, and so on. So uh, and people in chat started to discuss ZIL mining. It's get to another chats in Telegram, to another communities. So that's how it works right now. Um, There might be some other ways to reach miners and attract them to Zilliqa system, but I don't know them right now.
Yeah. Okay. So you have yeah. I was asking like in terms of how they can reach out to specifically you, like if they want to get involved with Ezil, they need to go to the website and the Telegram group and stuff, right?
Yes. They can go to the website. There is an email address, but it's like email addresses. Who likes it right now? There are two Telegram groups, one for Russian speakers and one for English speakers. So join any of that Telegram rooms. I'm there online like each day, answer questions, and you can reach me out all the time or just direct message me if you want. Um, I usually answer everyone.
Gotcha. Thank you, Vladimir, for sharing your experiences and coming on our podcast. I hope to see the progress with Ezil, and I wish to communicate with Ezil as we are moving forward with our proposal. Yeah, thanks for taking the time out.
Thank you, Arnav. Thank you for having me.